Alright guys, so let's start. We have today a long stream and we are going to paint a lot of Drukhari, Iron Warrior and even Tyrannid. So stay with me. Let me just find okay. Good, so let's start with a quick primering. Hey guys, so today's long stream, we're just painting a lot of miniatures from Warhammer 40k, from Horus Heresy, so stay with me today on the stream. Ask a question, support the conversation. So yeah, just starting with the priming first. Good. Hey guys, so we're going to have a good, interesting stream. Thanks a lot for a like. Give me a plus in the chat if it's possible to make know that you can hear me. I just connected my external microphone that you should hear me better. So just give me a plus in the chat that I understand that my microphone works properly. And yeah, we just quickly priming with our like Drukhari, and I show the simplest way how to make a cool wings. If you have them in your army, maybe like in Age of Sigmar. Thank you for your likes, guys. Stay with me today. So we have a great stream to paint a lot of miniatures pretty quick, so it shouldn't be like boring. Good, just a primering. I use primer, this Crystal World stuff. Absolutely cool. So yeah, good. Okay, let's check. Perfect. And couple one, and we will start drawing, painting, everything. We even can just try the freehand on the wings if you are interested. So stay today. I hope the time is perfect for you to be on the stream, support the conversation, share your comments, share your questions, anything. So we're going to paint Drukhari, we're going to paint Space Marine Iron Warriors with the new paints, true metallic colors from Valleja. So yeah, I assume that should be interesting. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't do that. And again, like a bit paints, good. So yeah, I really recommend to have like a airbrush, even just a primering process. It's super easy with it, so I don't need like to go outside to do the primering. I just can simply do it like right on my working space here. Good, without any extra tools. Yeah, that's easier. Good. So guys, give me a like if you can hear me. Just give me a like or plus in the chat, anything, so that I understand my microphone works. Give me just plus in the chat, please. Okay, let's just quickly clean up the brush. And yeah, we are going to start with wings. Guys, could you please give me a plus in the chat if you can hear me? Because there was an issue with the microphone previously. I don't know, like with some issue with the YouTube application that was. Good. Can you hear me, guys? Anyone? Good, so that's great. Then what do we need? We need just to remove. So let's just put it here and just take the clean paper. So I made my first tank model today. That's amazing. That's amazing. I have also like tank, another one I'm going to paint soon. So yeah, that's cool. Okay. So start gaming full peak. Could you please just give me a plus if you can hear me? Because I don't understand. Does my microphone work properly or not? So just give me a plus in the chat, please. Good. So what do we need? We are going to start with wings. Okay, guys. Oh, plus, super. Thanks a lot. Everything works fine. Amazing. Thanks. That's great. Okay, we have two kinds of wings we are going to paint together. Like that's like a bat, right? So kind of, we are going to keep them black, but we just need to highlight. I will show the color I choose for this purpose. And we have also such wings, and actually that's like a lot of miniatures with these wings you can meet. I don't know, like in Age of Sigmar, in like maybe old world and different like board games. So let me show the interest way to paint them. So this primer already, yes, this primer already like pretty good. So these wings we want to, so I will use like already mixed colors from Army Painter. So let me just find these colors that should be, I assume I have already took them. Probably I will take the red. I need some deep blue color. Maybe this Thunderstorm would be nice. And I need some like violet. Try the red, no. This, no. So some like purple, but dark purple I need. Let me just quickly find any. This fluorescent, we don't need that. I assume I just took, oh yeah, I actually use this color. This one I use for like the, maybe this I can also like, let's just consider, we need like blue and we need to create the gradient. So it should be like from the blue to purple and to red. So that will be great gradient. Like we just complete the like color cycle. And let me just quickly find any suitable purple color. So this is a pink. No, we don't need the pink one. So give me a second. What it could be? That's metallic. Wow, I just need to try. Look at that. Gamestone metallic color. Huh. Nice. So I have, oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's Brood Mother purple. Cool. And you can see like we're going from dark blue, blue to the purple and then to the red. And for the red, I probably will take this one, Crimson Red. It's looks cool. Okay, so we can start. How are we going to proceed? We need a airbrush, and to be honest, I recommend to have a airbrush for everyone who just, I don't know, to paint like at least like already a couple miniatures. So the main idea, actually, we just go like with the painting the whole wings with the like a first basic color. The first one will be blue. So let's just move this here, and I use Gallery Premium Mobius 0.2, absolutely universal, like for primary info details, and cost I don't know, like probably 70 or 80 euro, and yeah, that works cool. And yeah, so have an airbrush, it's like 100 probably euro in total, and you can do everything you want. That's absolutely cool. So I always recommend to have, especially if you have any like vehicles, any like tanks, robots, so on. So like, okay, that's applied, pretty cool. What we are going to do? Actually, we don't care about like some details if this color will touch other miniature, because we have the right sequence. That's very important in the painting process, that actually we can fix the armor later. That's absolutely doesn't like not interesting for us. So I just applying the whole like a color blue, so you can see. Okay, it's like a blue. Here we are doing the same. We're just applying across like the whole surface. That's good from this side. Now the like inside part we need to cover the same. So we're just going with a dark blue. That actually will look pretty nice, because that will our base, and then we will have the nice gradient that we will highlight with some lighter color. So we will do dry brush, and our wings will be pretty nice. So let's see. This like miniature we just did, I still have the color, so I just switch. I have two more of such wings. So let's just quickly paint them as well. That's pretty simple. That absolutely doesn't take a lot of time. And that's just apply with the very thin coat. So maybe let me just zoom out that you can see the whole process. If you have any questions, just let me know, guys. Happy to. Okay, just stuck. Just doing like that. Okay, maybe I need some thinner. I see. Maybe I didn't mix it properly, so airbrush medium or any like thinner, just add it. Is that Age of Sigmar? Not. This is from 40k Drukari, but yeah, with the wings you will have it in many miniatures, so like having some like a painting approach might be always useful. So yeah, I painted a lot of Age of Sigmar, but yeah, unfortunately didn't like paint some wings. So I have wings in Drukari set, and I want to show you how to paint the wings simply and pretty nice. So this Drukari, again, this is like Drukari, not Eldari, and we need to make them a bit dark. That's why I just paint them with the deep colors like blue and the purple. Thank you for your likes, guys. And yeah, so if I will paint Eldari, or I don't know, some like realm lords from Age of Sigmar, then probably I will use another colors, because I want to make them a bit more lighter. But in this case, I'm not care about that. I want to have them darker. So we have the first color. Let's just quickly clean our airbrush with like water, so we don't need to make a deep cleaner. Just with the water, as usually I just use like always. I have different tools, but I always like to use a paper towel. This is my tool number one, paper towel, and actually I see exactly that color still in the airbrush, so it's like less. Okay, we're just finishing with the rest of the parts. I can just take new one. That's like, yeah, paper towel, tool number one in my studio. So okay, we have new one, so we just finish it with this color. That was Thunderstorm. That color you probably can find as well, like, or some deep, and just make like add a bit thinner. So next one will be purple, and the main mission, we are not going to like go, we just want to cover like from the middle of the part. So let's just take the miniature that's probably already dried. Not dried, not dried. Okay, we can just fan on the part with airbrush. So just to give me a second, we take in the part. Thank you for your likes, don't forget to subscribe, and let's continue. Okay, let me just take it that you can see this focus on the miniature. So like I just okay, blowing on, I just help it dry. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask. Let me just probably zoom in. So I have a lot of lights here, so I hope you can see it properly. Good. So, okay, I need to check. I have exactly color I need. So did we finish? Okay, let's just apply over it. It's not a problem at all. It will cover just. Okay, so you can see I just touch in the middle, so we have a deep blue here, and still like we have purple from the middle to the rest of the wing. That is the idea, and the rest we will cover with the red. So that's like we just doing the gradient. It's simply very simple to do when you have any airbrush, any absolutely like, and yeah, that's absolutely easier approach, and I recommend always to have a airbrush. I just started with starter set from gallery that actually just inspired me, because you have portable compressor, and that's costed me like 70 euro to get a compressor, classic airbrush, so that was absolutely amazing. Let's take the another one. Oh, hi guys. Oh, Bake, so yeah, we just saw you yesterday, right? And that is your number. Okay, good. So guys, if any questions, if any comments, let's just discuss. We have a long interesting stream. We are going to paint a lot of miniatures, so right now we just consider a simple way how to paint wings. So good. So this is simple approach again for the dark army. This is Drukari, and yeah, we're interested to make something a bit dark, not just light, some white or like pastel color wings. We're interested to make it a bit more grim dark. So we just from the middle of the wing we continue with another color. It's like still not dried properly, absolutely not problem for us. Let's just mix these two paints together and we will have a perfect wings. So okay, I always use just a A4 paper sheet, and yeah, that's absolutely fine for me. I don't need like some special studio old tools. Get some paint of this model. Hell yeah, man. So, and yeah, right now we need the red. So we again just changing our colors. So just clean up with the water. So just let's remove the miniatures. So like simply like blowing. If you see that it's not like it just is spraying at all, like when you just even like starting the paint and to maximum open the like nozzle. So the issue might be that actually some like less liquid part of the paint just stuck here, and you can just do like that and blow back into the cup. That's not an issue, that doesn't kill your like airbrush. It's easy to clean, no issue, absolutely. So it gives you like opportunity, because you just blow, you unstack it and block this enter, and you can continue. So you can see like on the paper towel that actually the color already almost gone. So yeah, I just like finishing with this one. I don't need to clean up it properly, I don't need to use like a cleaner. I just take another color. Which one? This one. Oh, I saw that was crimson. Okay, chimera red. Okay, so or chimera red. and we are taking this one. So yeah, this paper sheet I will just remove later, just a second, and we are going to the red one. The red one I'm going to use as well for the another wing, so let's just see. That's pretty simple. How much color do you have for the air painter? I have a lot. So Army Painter just like sponsored me with a full set of like this airbrush prepared colors. So yeah, that's amazing. But you can just make. I did the video how to thin it. Like if you want just in the brush, then add thinner first, then like a color 1-to-1, like on the eyes, and just block that and blow back. So that's actually just mixed properly. You can start painting. What actually your favorite paint brand? Oh, I started with Army Painter. So like the main idea with the like brands, for me that's form factor. I like the pigmentation and Citadel, but I hate this form factor, absolutely. I never paint from the jar. So I have like, you can see that Vallejo, that Army Painter, Green Stuff World, they doing it in a bottle with mixing bowls and with a dosimeter. So it's easier to like dose and actually from the pigmentation perspective, I would say any brands on the market nowadays are super great, like new Speed Paint 2.0 from Army Painter, super. AK Interactive, third generation, great. Green Stuff World, a bit liquid, nice, great. So like Pro Acryl as well, like very deep pigmentation, like a lot. Citadel, good. Tussin Coat, good. So everything that's available. Why I like Army Painter, because I always see exactly here what color I will get. That's so useful, so cool, to be honest. Yeah, you can just like, I just come into the store before, right? So I have like hundreds paints right now because I'm painting a lot. But yeah, previously that was like I just easily could choose exactly color. Well, I have the same opinion about the bottle. Yeah, actually all brand on the market doing like in this form factor. I don't know why Citadel still sitting with this jar. That's awful, to be honest. But they have a good color. So we just covering with a short part of the wing, so you can see this gradient like a blue, purple, red. It's still wet. That's okay, absolutely. We don't worry about that. Painting process, that's easy, simple, inspiring, and yeah, having fun from the hobby. That's most important part. So have fun, try, and yeah, I show the simple ways. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Only free content as usual. You know me. You know me. You can easily check the content. Where do you buy color, online or offline? So yeah, when I started, I bought in offline store. So I just like asked you what exactly, or you commented what your I don't know, like miniatures do you want to have some speed paint tutorials. I come into store, I bought some like small squad with this fraction. I just choose exactly color that might be I need. Then I already had like 100 different color. That was enough. And actually to start the 10 basic color, definitely like fully enough to start with the hobby. But yeah, then I just buy online. For example, this like true metallic color that we will paint today, like from Vallejo, absolutely great concept. I like that. I doing the like metallic the same way. And yeah, they I bought in online, and even like it took me a month because they were out of stock in many stores. So offline, that's absolutely not an option. So yeah, mostly I'm buying everything online, but offline that's always good because you can visit some cool stores, hobby stores, and talk with the great people inside. The only Citadel paint I have is null oil. Yeah, but actually null oil, it's just a black with like some wash medium, or you can even like do it without like a wash, just with the water. It's like a worst bit like a spread in the pigment, but yeah. So we see this gradient, that looks cool, and yeah, we painted all of them. What we are going to do, first of all, I need to check, I need to add more, and I would take another wings. So we have like another wings, let me show you. and we need to take care about them as well. So this, like a bat wings, we are going to paint as well. How are we going to do that? Pretty simple. Where do you buy the wings look so cool, thanks man. In the airbrush, either then painting with the brush. Yes, for like many stuff like tanks, robots, like I bought my airbrush, first airbrush, when I just started to paint this like dreadnought. And yeah, that was absolutely great investment, and I super like that's super easy, it's not so expensive, that's not like blocker, that's only opportunity for the painter. So what are you going with this? Either a brush, a €6 with the brush as such. Yeah, that's true, it's easier. So what are we going to do that? I'm going to keep it black, I need it black, but I need some like gradient, something like a tone, and we will do like we just use the same like deep red color over the black, it's like a bit transparent, and so like we just gently like paint more in the like edge of that. So we will have like you can see, right? So we have a wet, let's give it a dry, and that will keep a good tone. Let me just show you example, because I have already this quad painted. So right, and you can see that's pretty nice, that's play on a light, and it's just more interesting than just have a black. So yeah, to have some cool accent, so we need some accent. Okay, good. Here we're doing the same again, like when it's wet it's just a bit brighter, so you can just, and don't scare about that. After like a dry, it's just like becoming a bit more darker, so we just highlighting. Oh, we don't need that, we don't need that, that's we need just to fix that simply with the brush, da, 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 da. Okay, just clean brush with the water, just remove that and just fix. Can you show all miniatures in your shelf? Oh, that's that might be complicated, let me just show one by one. But yeah, I have a mess on my table and I need to just there are like a lot of different, so like death guards and custodes, orcs, grey knights, space wolves. So yeah, many of them. Well, we have the same issue. Oh, I need to remove that. I don't want to have this like drops. Okay, let's fix. It's pretty simple to fix. Okay, I touch here as well, so I just ruined my work, and I need to fix that. That's not an issue at all. So we just can gently move the rest and just like repeat the same part here. So okay, let's do this. So a tip for the tank model. So depending like what color of the tank do you want, what fraction actually you are going to do. So give me just got it, why it happened. Okay, again, need to remove. So we just let me show the issue I have, and just concentrated on a tip here. So we just like with the blowing just start. What can I do? I have like old brush always with me, so with just like a clean water, we just gently, not to damage the nozzle. Yeah, and we have the clean part, so we can continue with our painting process. So yeah, that should be again seen. Okay, nice, without any issues. So always there's some root cause we can fix and have a happy time with our miniature painting. So good, not so many, just to concentrate, give the accent, and that's all. So we're just touching If you just make a bit more, you can always fix it, just like to add a bit like basic color that you have. So yeah, that's always like, again, airbrush just light with like very thin layer, and it's easier to fix always, like, cause you can just cover tons of that. Well, I better say of still have to paint it. What other fraction do you paint? I do. You can check on my channel. I did a lot, different fractions from different, like in Kill Team and Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k, some board games. So yeah, that's actually the purpose of the channel. I like painting more even than play. So yeah, I try to follow in your request. I have like some interesting idea that I want to paint, like, yeah. So okay, good. Doing the same. And here we just concentrating on the end of this like edge, and yeah, we just a bit painting that in this way. Good. So let it dry, give it a dry, and it actually will be pretty nice with the like a bit accent of the red. That's cool. Let's remove this paper because it's very dirty and I want you to see a perfect background. That is the rule of good content, right? So we have our wing. Look at it. Let me just like adjust my light so you probably should see it properly. We have deep blue, purple and red in the end. So here you can see like the same gradient of the colors, and that's cool base coat actually. Now we are going to dry brush it. Will you paint something? Give me a second, I need to Google. Maybe I don't know what is like chalice. I need to enter my password. Just a second. Yes, and you mentioned which one? Terminator or something? Nathan Chalice, you say, right? Can find that. Gemini's Warhammer or stuff like that is hell. Yes, but that's all hobby, like, right? So I like triathlon, like buy the bike, it's also expensive. You like photo, buying this some camera, also expensive. I don't know, you can just want to ski, that's also expensive. Ski pass, we like just ski today with children. So like every hobby expensive, but that's about like if you have a fun and relaxing with the hobby, that's argument why did you do that. I agree with the Warhammer miniature was so expensive. I want to buy Lord of Horn, but I haven't. Yeah, they're expensive. I agree. But yeah, actually, like some people concerned about even to start to try, so it's not so problematic actually. Even like Kill Team said, I just showed one of the last video, pretty cheap one. So yeah, we just need quickly clean the airbrush, and yeah, that it will be prepared for our next time already. So hello guys, so we have a lot of like painting today, so join, give a like, and don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, okay, good. Let's just clean up a bit, and yeah, so some bottle with a clean water I have always with me, like I saw the set of the cinnamon shuffle. We got depending which set, it could be like Combat Patrol Force maybe like, I don't know, like start maybe with Custodes, and might be cheaper because you don't need like a lot of miniatures. At least that might like save the money, and they pretty strong as well with like less amount of solders on the table. Okay, so we just clean up quickly. Yeah, that's like my final. If you have any questions about like airbrush, anything, just let me know, and we will consider this as well. Today I use such cleaner from Warhammer, and I use it for probably half a year, and still you can see it's like a bit less than a half. I use just on the final stage to remove it. That definitely worked perfectly to remove the rest of the paint. Again, when you just clean up, just doing like that, and you just pushing some pigments that's probably dried inside of the nozzle. Okay, super, that's actually ready. We can just put the brush here with the rest of them and just continue. Okay, our paper is a bit dirty. Let's remove that. We have a lot of them. And let's just take new one. Good. Okay, we need new paper towel. So we have our wings. How much call that airbrush? That airbrush actually cost probably 70 or 80 euro. And I just bought a set, the Vallejo GTS 06. It just includes, so yeah, I probably can just show you like that. This one I actually bought, and it was like with classic airbrush 0.3, good also like for some details, for primary, perfect. I painted a lot in tanks and dreadnoughts, so yeah, it costed me like 70 euro. Absolutely great. You can use Time for Hops, my promo code, and have like 10% discount on the official site. But yeah, I think that's a super cool start. You have like very mobile compact compressor up to 27 psi. Usually you're working with a 25/30, so 27 definitely will work great. So we have a great gradient, as you can see, and we'll just take. Do you live in Poland? No. I live in Germany, Munich. So that's, I guess, aqua, the pretty light blue color. We need it. So I don't know, maybe just finish it. Let me just check. But what we are going to do, we are going to dry brush and highlight our wings. How we are going to do that? Dry brush, and we always take clean wet palette, clean paper towel and the paint. So let's do this. I think Heresy. Do you like to play Warhammer? Yeah, we playing Warhammer, and with my son, so yeah, with friends. 40k Age of Sigmar and Kill Team. We like Kill Team with my son. That's like faster to play. You don't spend like tons of time. If not by good good bye man. So let's dry brush. Let me just zoom out that you can see it properly. Hope the focus on the miniature, and you start to paint miniature a year ago, and probably painted around like almost 1,000 different miniatures. So we just taking this like a dry brush, brush for dry brushing, and we just removing the most of it and just concentrating so it's not wet already, right? And we can work with it. How we're going against the recession, we just trying to highlight it. So we just starting with like across the wings, and that's allow us to highlight the elements on the wing. Yeah, so yeah, I probably need to take a bit more, and again just removing and just like gently against the raised element, just moving the tip of the brush. So we just stay the dry brush concept, that actually you are not adding any like water, and just completely dried paint on your brush, keep some pigment. Yeah, that's actually allow us to keep, and for wings, for different like miniatures like Tyranids, that's absolutely great approach to have because they have a lot of raised elements and that simplify your time. Mini looks. Thank you, man. Thanks. So, like, let's continue. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't do that before. So, let me just gently walk through them. Keep the focus for you on it. My light is just here. So, I hope you can see it properly. Let me maybe just increase. All right, so we just creating the contrast, right? So we have interesting gradient on the like a base coat on the wings, and the rest of like each element we just highlighting with this like bluish light color that creates the proper details, right? Good, good. Have a great night. All right, so let's move further with this part. So we just dry brushing. Again, you can see just like the dried pigment from the hair of our brush, from the tip, just like stay on the wing. So good. We have like nice wings, pretty fast with the cool gradient, grim dark, like so. Nice effect. That's Drukari. That's Drukari from Warhammer 40k. We'll take another one. So we have the gradient. I forgot how to name this squad. Yes, it wasn't Battle Force. Okay, so with the gradient again, just adding a bit more. Okay, so let's just give an accent on the details of our wings. Again, remove as much pigment as you can, so you shouldn't see any like painting almost on your dry brush palette if you have, or if you have dry brush palette, probably you know about this technique definitely. Or on just your paper towel. I have a video. Yeah, I have videos with Necrons and Simple Scheme, how to paint them like pretty quickly. So just to take a look on my channel, or you can just probably maybe even Google Necron time for hobby, and even Google should give you like some video maybe from YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, good. And yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. I am doing live stream only here, called the Great Audience. And we have a great conversation here. Okay, no, just finish it. Or, okay, actually, I have the family of the color, and even like if it just like finish, I can use like a bit darker paint from the same family and just mix with the white, so it give me the same actually color. So I like this concept that army painter and two thin color just provide. You have like one color family, like some greenish blue, and you have like a dark and a medium and a light color with the same family, so you can just go from the dark to the light and you create a perfect gradient, to be honest. Okay, we have great wings. Just look at this detail. So pretty simple with like a light bluish edges. I'm from Eastern Europe. I'm in Munich. Yeah, originally from Ukraine, currently in Germany, Munich. So yes, and we need one more. I hope that will be enough of this color. I think I should have a new box that Army Painter just provide for me, but yeah, we can mix it. It will take time to find it, and I want to waste your time. We need to paint a lot, consider different techniques. So yeah, stay on the channel, stay on the stream, and yeah, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel. I have like 7 minimum video every week, some tutorials. I have like a lot of content I need to finish with montage, so probably around 100 not finished videos, and I'm painting a lot in progress. I'm doing a lot ad hoc videos, so yeah, I think that should be interesting for you. I'm doing only shorts video, only shorts. I think that's a simple approach to show interesting technique, inspire with this. This is great hobby. What fraction is that again? That's a Drukari from 40k. Okay, so we just going through the wings and creating the accent. Good. So we have, yeah, that was like enough for us, and just to finish with this. Good. Yep, we highlighted all accents. So we have great wings, and you can check the wings already also dried, and we have like a dark but with red accent. That's super cool. It looks great on the table. I don't know, it's like a bit darker. That's probably expect, yeah, like this. That should be visible for you. Good. So let's continue. We are going to paint this like miniature with some like greenish dark armor. So how to do that? It's pretty simple. Let's just do that. For this concept, we will go with the dry brush first. Again, this brush is still working. I don't need to clean up. It's like still good. And the light color I'm going to cover with a bit darker one, so I don't need to. I will take like some green, just a regular green, a bit like yellowish, and a bit lime color like. So I'm going to start dry brush with that, then just move on it. So what it gives us? That gives us highlights on our armor. That's pretty simple to do, and then we just will cover with like some contrast black color. So that's simple way how we can to paint this. What if I will just, no, that's probably without this light. It's not so good. Maybe just like that. Okay, good. Let me just move it here. Oh, my microphone. And can you hear me well, guys? My microphone disconnected. Can you hear me? Just give me a plus in the chat. Okay, so we're just starting with the dry brush. Oh, good, thanks, man. Just dry brushing our main armor. Don't worry if you just touch, I don't know, some weapon, because we will just paint it in any miniature painting process. Very important, the sequence. When you have and you understand the sequence you are going to have with your miniature, that's easy to fix, because like every next layer just cover previous mistakes or something. So don't worry about that. Just let's concentrate on the armor. We need to make it a bit greenish, and we are not going to leave it as is. We just want to create the highlights, and we just switch into another model quickly. And yeah, so the main idea, okay, that's to have. Okay, I also want to paint this cool like warship from Drukari, so just join the channel to see how it's going to be. I also have a Patreon, but again, Patreon just to support my channel. It's not about like some unique content. Maybe I will just provide some early access to some content, but everything I do will be on a channel anyway, so you will see that. Okay, I just probably want to highlight these parts as well, these like elements of the armor. Just continue on the wings. Good. So we just take another man. Pretty simple. You see, it's free to subscribe. Yeah, that's free to like follow just my channel. I do only free content a lot, so yeah, that should be like pretty great approach to have the content in your feed. And yep, this is like a way we just highlighting the armor. All right. Good. Switching to the next one, we have two rest, and we just switching to the next layer. So the next layer should be a bit lighter. So don't worry if it just like start painting. So it's not like a typical dry brush. So we just like have a bit of pigment, maybe more than for dry brushing process, and just painting like our armor. We are focusing on the armor actually. That's we need. Then I will show how we will do that pretty cool black color. Good. So, and the final one, let's take a bit more and just go with that. So yeah, okay, like just painting these legs. If you have any questions about the hobby, about the process, happy to discuss, so just feel free to leave in the chat. So you can see it's pretty good, like just stay in all raised elements of the armor. What we are going to do next? So now we need to highlight it with a lighter color. So we will take this like lime, and I will take this one. Sorry, this electric lime. Oh, I am recent person to sell my soul. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, but I like the hobby. That's hobby super cool from many aspects. Like you starting with like choosing your fraction, reading the lore. That's interesting. Then you just thinking about like how you're going to build your army. There are a lot of variations. Then like you start and assemble it, and there like a lot of custom approach. You can just do it by yourself. That's super cool. Then just starting with painting, analyzing the color scheme, the sequence, then playing. So that's like hobby 4, 5 in 1. So what did we do? We just like lighter color highlighted exactly the rest elements. We are not to paint, but we just want to make the accent. So we have like a green we have a green base coat, and with the like lighter coat we just concentrate on the raised elements mostly. So it just create a deeper accent that actually we will just cover later with the black contrast, and that's give us a cool effect. That's actually absolutely great solution how you can paint the Black Templars if you have them. So I also have them on my channel, so you can check this painting process. So that's simple very, and you always just start with the black primer in, and yeah, then just go in with a dry brush of, I would recommend light blue color, and yeah, then just to apply the black contrast over it. Hi man, thanks for joining. We have a great stream today, so don't forget to subscribe and ask any question if you have around the hobby. We are painting a lot. So we're painting Drukhari. We have this Horus Heresy Space Marine Terminator. We're going to paint it in Iron Warrior, and we have the Tyrannid we're going to paint as well. So don't forget to share some thoughts, comments, and let's have a great conversation. So the technique is pretty simple and effective. So again, like that's very important, probably, especially for people who just playing. Again, if even probably if you have, I don't know, Zombicide or Hero Quest or some Gloomhaven, you have some miniatures, you're interested to paint them, especially like in a Hero Quest, in a Zombicide, you have a lot of them, and actually that's cool to paint them, but then find some like proper speed paint approach that's super cool, because you can just paint them pretty quick with a great result. Okay, we are done here. I always just clean up the airbrush and like a dry brush with brush soap. You can buy in any store. That's like some standards. I just bought an art store for painters, and that's just help to remove the rest of pigment. I didn't know is it like regular soap or not, but yeah, I dry brush like that. So the main concept with the dry brush that actually you remove the old pigment on like a paper towel, right? And the paint shouldn't be like wet, so you use directly from the jar, and then like with the rest of dried pigment on your hair of your brush, you just going like against all the rest elements, and the like dried pigment just stay on the rest element. That's actually concept of dry brushing. And yeah, what we are going to use, we need green dark, green black. That's black contrast from speed paint to zero army painter. And I need that's medium. I don't need medium. Oh yeah, I need the speed paint medium actually. Yeah, so we just mix 1 to 1. Why do we do that? Because contrast, they usually a bit transparent. That's a good point. Not of all of them. Some of them are milkish a bit. For contrast, I always use pop it because it's easier to clean up that. So that's all, and that's already clean. I'm going to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops of the black and the medium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. A bit more, right? Added a bit more. That's okay. For contrast, I usually recommend to use any synthetic brush if you have, because it contrast dried pretty fast, and I not always just recommend to use like your, I don't know, Kalinsky brush if you have. So what we are going to do, we actually just apply like that, with like without any details. You just applying or just covering all your armor. That's the main idea actually. Give it a dry and you will see this effect. So we're just going through the armor, pretty simple, and again like painting, I don't know, this Black Templars, or how this like lady named in the Warhammer 40k, forgot it. Yeah, I also like painted them, the flying lady, and I use the same technique. That's pretty simple to do and super cool, fast and cool effect. Okay, so we have here, we have as well like the part of the armor. I'm going to touch them. Okay, so here as well. Good. So like give it a dry and you will see the cool dark armor we have. The same here, just to walk through the whole miniature, including the helm, including the part connected to the wings, including the wrist, hands. So again, like if you just touch it some like place, I don't know, you want to paint it later, that's not a problem, because contrast just apply with a very thin coat and actually allow you to fix later and apply a couple layer over it without like losing details. Because when you just paint it directly from the jar, especially if you have pretty, how to say this in English, like less wet paint, let's say that's opposite way, then you will just remove a lot of details. So yeah, this concept that give you an opportunity. Okay, so yeah, we just removed rest of the part, so just like touching here part of the armor that's like just connected to the our wings. Good, just put it here. So guys, have any questions more about the hobby? Let's have a good conversation. What fraction do you paint if you have? If you don't play Warhammer and don't paint, so ask any question around of it. To be honest, yeah, just to try it, like with Warhammer, you can just buy some starter sets for kill team and just like a basic set of colors, like you need 10 basic colors. I recommend Army Painter. I like their sets. They even include some miniature inside. That's absolutely cool. And you have primer, you have black, white, green, blue, yellow, red, brown, and you have 2 metallic colors like silver and gold. That's absolutely top. And even 1 wash. I think that's cool experience because I just tried some time ago like a simple starter set from Warhammer, and you don't provide even like null oil. I think this like definitely will change absolutely experience. And with like a set of paints they just provided in a set that was awful, the effect was flat. And yeah, I don't understand why the company who just like created the cool trend just doing like that and just including in a very basic set without like key elements that actually inspire people to experiment more. Because yeah, they show cool miniatures, but they provide lack of materials to do that, and that's like demotivate, I assume, some people and make like the experience more complicated, at least on our thoughts. Good. How long have you been painting Warhammer? I don't know, like a year probably. During the year, the last year, I painted maybe 1,000 of miniatures, couple armies, a lot of miniatures from other board games. So yeah, I would say like 500 minimum miniatures I painted in big and small, and I have a big backlog. That's like issue with the painting. You in the beginning you think that it's not enough always, and you will have a time when you won't be able to paint anything because everything like just finish it. And it's no, that's not true. Like in a month I had like already tons of miniature that I need to paint for the channel, for some interesting content, and the only point I need is just to find the time. So we just started with the first mini, and yeah, actually we need to give it dry, but while dry we can just attach with the part that actually shouldn't be painted on the armor. So what we are going to do, I want to use the metallic color. For the metallic color I like this like silver, the like speed paint metallic silver, just apply in one coat, very thin and super cool, cover even like a black color. So yeah, I strongly recommend to use like such color if you need to paint a lot of metal on your miniatures like Custodes with the gold elements. So we're just painting these elements. Again, I shouldn't be very careful because it's like very thin coat. I just want to highlight like a down layer first of all and give it to dry. Then I can just fix anything. So I just want to touch probably the armor because I already just to finish it with it. But the rest of the parts I simply can just, I don't know, you can see that's not perfect, but I don't care about that. That's actually about the sequence. You don't need to spend a ton of the time if you understand the sequence you are going to paint, because like even like when we painting, for example, like you painting like ultramarines, like, and you have some jar with base primer, like a blue color. So what you are going to do, you just spray over the whole miniature, right? Then you just start to paint some details over it and just cover. So that's not an issue absolutely to do that, right? So good. I have here also like these elements. I just want to touch gently with the metallic color, because the rest I will paint the bronze. I think that create a good contrast. Again, painting miniature, I think having the contrast, that create this wow effect pretty fast. And yeah, with less of minimum investments. So we always need to concentrate how we can create this with accent on the nature. So I can just remove the rest, so it should become scene code, and I just can touch like this with this side of the brush, and you can see that just like stay on the raised elements. That's good. So with metallic part, I think here, no, we didn't finish yet. I have still like this part, so this stand for the sniper rifle. And yeah, we can just like color down that's later. That's not a big issue with just for example any wash, right? Good. So just let's check that we don't have some places where are going to be visible. And yeah, I want to add a metal. Good, 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 good. So this one is ready, and you see, right? So the black armor is still drying. That's okay. Give it a time. But while it's just drying, you always have some elements that you can concentrate. So with the rifle again, like we are going to have the contrast. So some of elements I'm going probably to keep like deep black, and we can use the contrast without medium. Some elements I just probably will create accent with the, for example, bronze, like true bronze or true copper color from Army Painter works cool. There are also like some bronze in the speed paint metallic, but I don't like them. I like the gold and the silver. But yeah, for the bronze I will take the regular acrylic paints, regular metallic. Okay, right, we have here, as I said earlier, we need to create some like a contrast, so we just touching the lines. Okay, thanks for joining guys, and don't forget to subscribe and ask any questions if you have. That's absolutely great and motivate me. Okay, from this, and we need to do as well, just remind that we are using our speed paint contrast metallic color. Good, and yep, that's done. Okay, this is one is ready. Next one, this is pretty simple. Going through this again, you can see this element just like a touch with like a tip of your brush. That would be good. That will create accent. The rest of the part we just cover with the black, and it will cover over like this I don't know, some ventilation or what is it for the weapon. Okay, so we just gently touch. Again, it's liquid, and you can see how well it just lie over even black primer, and so yeah, you don't need to make it in a couple layers. So just one layer and already great result. Absolutely like cool. I like this like polished silver. Okay, good. So we have from this end, and we need to take this part. Thank you for your likes guys, and don't forget to subscribe. I hope the content I do regularly, you can check how many I have already did, and I do like 7 minimum new video every week in shorts. So yeah, I think that should be in your feed, and that support and motivate me, cause yeah, spend tons of money. And thanks for Army Painter and Greenstone World, they supported me somehow. Yeah, but miniature cost like tons of money, that's true. And yeah, but the quality of the miniature is super nice, so I really like to paint exactly Warhammer. And yes, so good, we have here, hi man, hi. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and just share any questions, thoughts in the chat. So we have a bit accent. Oh, we have actually this granite, and I want to paint that as well, like in this color. Again, look at this like tip. I paint in the silver. Silver is pretty light, and actually I simply can just paint all of these elements as well, just with the silver, and that's absolutely okay. So let me give you just to show how it will work. Later I will just use the contrast deeper color, and yeah, and I will cover that. It's like a white for us, so yeah, let's simplify the process actually of the painting. Good. What else do we have? Good. Here probably we have as well some like elements. We probably can just also paint them in silver, and later I will add more contrast, just like make the scrolls or leather, some bags. That's pretty simple. Good. So two final, and we switch to the next layer. Meanwhile, while we just painting with the rifle, we our armor just drying properly, and we have cool effect. You can see that's like a dark, it's still like wet in some places, but it just like drying and start become dark, but still with the greenish accent. We can see this like simple gradient, again like very simple effect. To be honest, to make it gradient by yourself will take tons of the time, and like one squad you can just paint like in 2-3 hours depending like on the skills, but with like highlighting the whole armor it will take, I don't know, like 3 hours for one miniature from the squad of 5. So yeah, definitely there some approach that speed up a bit the process. Hi Hyman, so thanks for joining. I hope you like the content. Share, actually guys, share with me what maybe miniatures you interested to see to paint on the live stream. I maybe even need to make some board. Yeah, actually we have some words here, and I want just gently touch it, just apply, you can see perfectly, but that will create some like elements, details, again like the miniature could be like complete but with some accent, with the bronze, with the metallic, with like this like here, give us a bit more interesting final result. So we try to pay attention about the small details at least a bit. Like again, this is a pretty simple way. I just painting the same. I need the metallic, only these top elements, but my silver is very light, and if I will use any deep like purple contrast, they just cover that perfectly, and I will have a good effect. It's more complicated for the contrast cover like besides this like metallic color, but for the rest of the color cover the black, it's a bit more complicated. And in the case when I just having already this paint on my brush, why not so just paint it? So right, that's easy what to do. And again, I recommend to you that especially for metallic color, I recommend to use synthetic brush because it's dry and you need to probably clean up it a bit more. I'm painting plug bearers now. Oh, that's cool, man, that's cool. So glad for you, that's nice. Let's paint together, let's discuss if you have any questions or maybe comments or maybe like you observation and experience. Let's share in the chat again. Like you can see, this part of the stuff is going to be this metallic, but this one I want to do burgundy color, and actually I can simply just paint with the metallic color there, because the burgundy is a bit like a bluish deep red, and it cover absolutely great. You won't see exactly that is metallic, and the primer here, and yeah, I can just simplify the work, so I don't need like to paint it with the white color. For white, like I have some tip. Let me just show you this color. I think this my like the lowest color I have for white, for especially preparing for contrast. Where is it? So it was from Green Stuff World. Where is that? Oh, here is it. This like intensity ink, OSL white, absolutely great. Applying a wine coat just to cover the black, any like dark primer, and create a great base to apply the contrast. So yeah, really can recommend. I will show how it works on this miniature later. We have hair and we need to prepare, right? So it's like dark, but I want to paint, I don't know, with some like orange maybe, like nuclear orange contrast, so I need a bit to prepare it. Okay, so we have contrast here, so just finishing with the metal and just moving further. Yeah, that's man actually, that's a bad point that you can just share exactly your miniatures. It's so interesting when people just sharing the current process. It's possible to do in Instagram and TikTok, but yeah, with YouTube I didn't find this option. Okay, we have accent here, and we just want to create this bit contrast with like a dark armor, and our okay, here we can just gently touch. So you see we have the pattern, and actually right now this pattern looks more interesting for us, and we just going through this part. Okay, good. Right, so nice. And do we have any metallic elements? Yes, we have this part. I just want gently touch, and here we have as well on a wing. I just want gently touch here as well. Good. And yeah, actually, yes, the knife as well on the base need to be painted. Let's do metallic, then we will just add, I don't know, for the handler some another contrast color that's simple again, as I mentioned, to do like in this way. Okay, this is a woman breast, and here we have as well some tubes that just connected to the mask. I just gently with the side of the brush want to touch them. Okay, we have some wires here. I want to touch the metallic color while it's still on my brush, and it's already less liquid. Always remember that contrast are more liquid than the regular paints, and if you have it a lot of it on your brush, it starts spreading across probably the elements you're not going to paint at all with the color at least. And yes, so I'm painting my space wolves. Oh, that's cool. I painted tons of space wolves. I like this. I have these cool terminators I need to paint, even like this Captain. This was like Captain in the Terminator armor, and I just customized it a bit for the Space Wolf, so it will be soon on the channel as well. And I have tank I want to paint as well in a Space Wolf color. So yeah, that's super cool. I like the fraction. I like to paint them. different like approach here. Good. So the metallic color just like dry it on my brush. That's a bad. We need to remove it properly, like with the brush soap. That's easy to do. Good. The wolf paint. Oh, your logo even said about that you paint in wolves. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool fraction. I painted like a lot of squads and from the old models as well. I like that they renewed the fraction with new models. That's super cool. I waiting when they just renew this watch and Grey Knights. I like this fraction. I want to start collect, but in new edition. And yeah, so what we have here actually, our armor just right. So I promised to show how this like OSL just working. So we have this green subworld OSL white, and look at it. So it's also liquid, so I recommend to use puppet for this purpose. And it's just like a contrast, but white contrast. And actually I didn't saw such white cool contrast at all. So that's so amazing. I just touch it and look how it just like transform actually our, it just applied perfectly to any color. And yeah, maybe like a lot. Let me just probably to touch as well from the opposite side. But the main concept that actually it will, after the drawing, it will create a perfect background for using the contrast actually. Okay, this part should be maybe with some red color, so I can just gently touch it like this. Like this part as well, so that's some stripe. Okay, good. So you easily can like prepare your elements on your miniature for the using the contrast. That's the cool and main idea of it, how to use it. Good. And you can see that my brush doesn't keep the tip. Why? Because the paint just dried here. I use the contrast and I didn't like, so with the using the contrast, especially metallic paints, I recommend to clean up your brush more often. But what if it just like dried deeply? I recommend to use, like I have a jar with my like airbrush cleaner sauce, and that's actually allow me to remove the rest of like dried elements, the dried pigment that actually just dried and ruined my brush tip, the form of the tip. So I just wash with the brush soap, and let's check. Yeah, that should be already good. And keep it. So yeah, that's better. Let's take another one. So we have this like hair, it's not even hair, and we just apply this great white. That's absolutely top. I just did a video with the white for doing crackle lava base, and yeah, that's like when I just tried it, just like a cover absolutely any black color. That's so cool in the one layer. That's, and like that's saturated cool in one layer, and like absolutely great to apply the contrast over it. It's just like prepare absolutely for the using the contrast later with the surface. Okay, do we have any other elements? Not here. Let's just take another one. So that's simple. Can you hear me, guys? Let me give me please a plus in the chat, because previous stream I just had, and after an hour my, I don't know, but the YouTube application just like disconnected my microphone, so I was needed to just restart the stream. Could you please give me a like, or just plus in the chat if you can hear me, because I'm talking a lot, and yeah, if you can't, that's awful. Give me a plus please, guys, in the chat if you can hear me. least one. Can you hear me, guys? Good. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Then I understand that was I communicated to somebody at least. Good. Okay, so we have some red color probably. Again, like those elements I could just paint as well with this white, but I just worked with like a metallic, so I just touched with metallic colors. That's also like some approach. And here you can see I have like a long hair I want to prepare, so I just walk through the hair like this, and that's just in one touch already absolutely prepared. So that's up so easy when you just work it with like your with your dark armor, something like that, and you're going. So if you are going to use the like some basic, I don't know, not basic, regular acrylic paint, then probably this element you will paint just with the color you need. You can just cover with the black, but it's not necessary, so you can just apply the dark red, green color. What do you need for your purpose? But when you're working with a contrast, you need like white surface, then contrast apply cool, and you see all of the details. So when we just need to gently highlight these elements as well and make them dark. Red, good. So what is your favorite faction? Grey Knights and Death Watch, and I hope they will renew it soon, because yeah, this like Grey Knights where this lands, they just magnetized, so it's complicated. I really like to paint this like miniatures, but they are so small you can just compare with like, for example, new Terminators from the from Grey Wolves. So yeah, that's Paladin, actually the Terminator, right? And yeah, they're so small, as well as like old Terminator for Space Wolves as well. Good. So now we have like I just want to make the black these elements. And so what I'm going to do, I probably just will take the contrast, just apply perfectly fine, and I just take couple drops without like mixing with the medium. So I want to cover this part. I want to have again the contrast, and the part of the weapon should be like a dark, and some of the element I will make probably bronze. Then it will be this one I will take bronze, this one some like highlighted elements I will do black, so I can even like just touch like that, because this black will be a bit different color than my initial primer. And yeah, that's easy to do. Remove the rest just with the side of the brush, touching and gently fix all mistakes we did. Do we need to work with weapon first or no? We have here, so here we're doing the same. Okay, just touching. I have a bit more, you can see on the tip of my brush. You need to control that. So when you just the perfect when you don't have like a drop, but you don't have like a thin tip, you have the tip like that. That's meaning that you have enough contrast to play with it somehow, and the contrast stay due to the I forgot how it's named, the physics of the law in a physics, capillary probably effect, right? So yeah, and it gives you opportunity to control it properly. Good. And we have no other elements, so you can see pretty simple. So we a bit more than an hour, I think, just like soon we just finish with this squat, and we can just shift into another one. So with a great live stream today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, there are a lot of interesting content, and I'm doing only live stream on YouTube. Good. Then we are taking a bit more black contrast and just applying over the element, because you see we just touched with the green. Okay, we just cover, but our armor, we just cover it with like some mixed with the medium black, and it was a bit more transparent even. But for the rifle, for this parts, I just will use exactly right concentration, concentrated black. Okay, good. So going further, right? And yeah, if any questions, guys, let's just have a talk. Let's make this stream real life and with a great conversation as usually. Love the audience in YouTube as always, and don't forget to subscribe to have minimum 7 new video tutorials end-to-end free every week. So good, I hope you can see it properly, right? So I just my light should be good to transfer to you the right color actually that my eyes see as well. Good, then we just finish it with this part. We will take our bronze I will use for this concept. With my bronze, I need to clean up my working space. True Cooper, I like True Cooper. So yeah, and yeah, if you missed like how we did, hi guys, thanks for joining. Hope you joined the channel. The quick wings, how to make them, pretty simple. I just show on the channel on the live stream in the beginning. If you're interested, just give me like, I don't know, some plus in the chat, and I will just repeat the concept. But it's very simple to do such wings. And yeah, we are taking our through Cooper, and I want to just make some contrast to apply the True Cooper over these elements. So we need to create the exactly color contrast, so it should be opposite be to the like a silver, right? So it could be like a dark, it could be gold, but probably gold on this element, it's not like what we expect to see. Maybe bronze looks better. I don't know if like somebody used gold for this purposes, right, on the weapon. Good. And like this, like regular regular acrylic paint, and I just want to make it, I just added a bit more because you see it just cover not so perfect like the contrast metallic color I used for the silver. So the previous one just cover it in the one touch, no matter what surface do you have. With this case, I just need probably to check if I don't have like some probably better to like a paint in 2 layers, but I just try to take a bit more paint on my brush. Okay, I also have this like elements, we can like paint them as it could be some like glass elements with some liquid substance inside, but it will take a lot of time. It's interesting to do, and I probably will do some like interesting concept on the channel later. So we have these elements, we just touch on them bronze in here as well. So you can see that's pretty nice actually, because that's just highlight the details, right? So we have this bronze tube, not tubes, like some something, I don't know what is it, maybe it just contains something, or just cooler system. And we have like already some detail on the miniature. Now we will add it as well like here, so it will play a bit more interesting. Here will be like, I don't know, some burgundy color. So let's just quickly touch with the bronze for the other weapon. For example, like here we will just touch this, and for the weapon we just need to remove like I just took a lot for this element, that's good, but for the weapon I need less because there's some details and some like dark recession I want to keep still dark. It will create some like I don't know, a pattern. So we have this element, I would say I want to paint it. So yeah, like this, and just painting inside the bronze part. Good. Here I'm not sure, let's keep it as is. This we don't need to paint. Okay, so and here and here. Good. So it's already add some details, and I hope that's like in less than 2 hours we'll just finish this. So 2 hours just ending, and I think we finishing as well. So yeah, I'll add this bronze. My previous one, what is it, bronze? I don't remember. What else could be bronze? I don't know, maybe only this element, maybe this as well, I can add bronze. And our some models on the backpack. Okay. Have any questions, guys? And maybe like some fractions that you're interested in to paint, maybe like I can add in the plan on the channel. So yeah, I try, I'll actually only do the free content end to end, so you can just check it quickly what exactly I have already did. For the last 9 months of the existence of the channel, I just created over the 200 free tutorials. You don't need to pay a Patreon, just follow the channel. Good. If you have, I don't know, like a budget of 1 cup coffee cost per month, then you can probably support me on a Patreon, but that's not necessary because anyway, like all my tutorials will be free and available. Maybe some early access for materials that I didn't finish yet to prepare in the shorts. Yeah, but like I think that's mission of the channel, to make a lot of interesting painting tutorial like the hobby. Maybe I will try to participate some painting competition, yeah, this year, but for this I need to find the time because I have some interesting idea, and yeah, it take probably, I don't know, but like 50 hours probably definitely will take just preparing one composition. I have also like interested project, but I need only miniatures around like 400 euro or 500 euro just to buy the all miniatures for the composition, and then I need to paint them, so that's pretty like complicated from the time perspective to find. I have so many like plans for the content on the channel. So good, let's just finalize with the last one. Again, we have this like models, we want to accent them with the bronze color. Let's do this like that, and I think that's very organical to have the bronze for these elements here as well, here as well. The holder for the knife I assume should be bronze as well. That looks good. Oh, sorry, let me just keep a focus on my camera on exactly on the miniature that you can see it in details. Good. So yeah, I think we no, probably here I would add bronze as well. So here and maybe here. Good. Now we will take the contrast. Which one? So I just painted with metal, so I need just clean up quickly my brush, otherwise it just like stuck on the metal. So let's take the first miniature, and I want to use the this nuclear sunrise. I think that's cool, amber sunrise, or maybe red. Should I do it red? No, let's do this with amber. So again, just using the puppet, easy to clean. For the contrast, this is the best palette. Never use wet palette for the contrast because it's very liquid and it doesn't work for wet palette. Good. So we have the hair that we just prepare with this OSL white from the Greenstuff world, and yeah, we just gently touch so you can see that surface absolutely great, prepared exactly for you. Then the contrast, again, probably you see that my brush doesn't keep the tip of the brush, just because, like, again, I need to clean up a bit more deeper after using the metallic color. And I recommend before like switching between miniatures, if you paint in several of them, just like clean up your brush after metallic more often, especially if you are going to use the contrast, because contrast a bit more liquid, but it just dry it faster due to the formula. So we have like a fire amber color for the hair. Okay, and good. Let me probably move out them. So yeah, that you have focus only on the miniature with like a clean background. Right now we need to take another one. So with the wings, I think the concept is pretty simple and good. So share in the chat your thoughts about the wings. Good. So nice. And the final one, actually here we have some the hair we're going to paint like that. So we just like we apply a bit more contrast with some like drop on the brush, because then it just spread properly across the whole surface. And we want to paint here as well with the contrast that just continue over the hair. And then I need to paint this part as well, maybe in some let's say Caribbean blue. I think should work super cool. Okay, we need like burgundy color. I say let's paint with burgundy. So let me show you again. Prepared our like cell here. Let's just quickly like remove and clean up the brush properly. And for the burgundy, I will take like deep blue and deep red color, and I mix 1:1. That's actually easier to make, and this very rich and saturated burgundy color. So just mix it and doing the 1:1, like 2 drops of this part. That's why you can actually, especially with the contrast, I hate the like a contrast form factor with the Citadel they just provide in a jar. It just completely I don't know, fell during the open and like spreading across the whole working table surface. Awful. So we have some elements here. I just want to remove a bit like a contrast and probably just touch here with this burgundy color. Again, you can see just my brush completely doesn't keep the tip, and then we need to fix that because it's so small. Is it bad to see for you, or you mean that miniatures are small to paint them? I can just try to somehow reset up the camera that you can see it maybe in details. Good. So just use an airbrush cleaner to clean it deeper, and yeah, just try to remove the rest. Let's check the tip. Tip keeping good. Now it just like starts still splitting. We need to fix that. By soaping water. Good. Still issue. Okay, should be better. So we take our red, and the idea we just apply over the no, I need a bit more to have it on the brush, you can see. So the brush tip is not so so small, and like the tip is a bit bigger, but that means that we have a bit more contrast on the brush, and that's we need. Then the contrast can spread properly and create this gradient just applying inside of the recessions. Good. So we have this part painted. Okay, and we have some like here parts we are going to paint as well with the contrast. Again, our armor pretty dark, so good. Oh, this part I probably planned to paint bronze as well. And here we have this small fabric. We need just gently touch with the contrast. Okay, I do not need this holder here, not. Here we have anything, yes. So just gently touch. Okay, good burgundy. I like the color. And here we have as well, so we have the stripe. We can just touch with the contrast we prepared with the OSL white previously. And yeah, here we already painted. So with the hair we finish it. So we have couple elements right on it. I would take probably this purple contrast. I just added here couple drops, and we had such elements not here but like here. So this more parts, and we can just gently paint them in this color. So again, it just like over the silver, but again like silver is almost like white for the contrast, and yeah, support it to create this like a good gradient. Okay, do we have here as well? Yeah, we have like 3 of them. So just gently touch. All right. And we have actually, we had as well laser bags. They look so cool. Thanks, man. And we have hardened leather contrast. Again, just a couple drops, or 1 drop's even enough. Probably we don't have so many elements. And we have this like granite, this no, this, yeah, we have like the leather also like prepared just with silver, and you can see that's absolutely like leather. After the drying you will have some bag for some small stuff of them guy. Okay, no more we have, so we just did with the details. Yeah, actually one detail I just missed, the helm of this guys. I want to keep it like just as is, because I think it's like a lot of the dark green armor, so I want to make it bronze. So I just touch like with less of I just remove the rest of the paint because I need thin color, and I gently just walking through it, not to paint the like all of these recessions. So yeah, just want to concentrate exactly on the side of this Great armor. So we have like a bronze color, and it somehow contrasts with the main armor of the miniature. So yeah, I think that's good. Have you ever painted this guard? Yes, 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 yes. I have several like video on the channel. This one I painted Terminator, and this one, that's very simple. To be honest, that's like to paint, I don't know, 30 minutes per one miniature you need. That's with the contrast. You can check on the channel how to do that. And even this bubble acid lake, interesting how to do, also like on the channel. So yeah, here is as well one Terminator. I have also like starter set for Kill Team. I'm going to paint the, but not with the contrast, just with the regular paints. So yeah, just check on the channel, or this guard time for hobby. Maybe just Google will give you the link to one of the video from one of my channel. I think that might be simpler, because I have already have over the 200 miniature tutorials, and it might be difficult maybe to find something. I did the highlights in Instagram. I don't know if anybody just use the highlights. So apologize for my voice. Let me just drink a bit of tea. And oh, that's better. That's better. I'm completely prepared for the stream, guys. So hope you subscribe to the channel. Again, you can see, right? So there are some holes. I don't want to paint this holes because I want they stay dry, stay black. I can to apply if need wash later. That's not a big problem. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Thanks, Pavel. Thanks, Paula. Hope you like it. So yeah, a lot of free tutorials, a lot of fractions. I try to do many. I'm sorry if I'm doing some with delay. It's too expensive and take a lot of time to paint all of them, but I think I painted already many fractions from Horus Heresy, Warhammer Horus Heresy, or 30k, right? Then I painted a lot from 40k, from Age of Sigmar, tons of miniatures, and yeah, from Kill Team as well, some fractions. So interested in some specifically, let me know. Yeah, this one, I think I want to keep them bronze as well. I think to keep them bronze, because that's create a cool, interesting view, because of like just like a stay dark some like elements, but the helm and some like stuff around of it. So yeah, I think this helm looks nice. Maybe I need to correct this man as well. Let me just do this. So I just probably touch with additional layer. Maybe that should make the bronze color deeper, I would say. Okay, nice. I like. Oh yeah, actually we completely forgot about this element. I think that should be like, cause we see the MS and we need to probably do it like a bronze. That's very simple with just the side of a brush. We are not going inside of this like raised elements and just painting over it. And we have again the contrast with metallic like steel items. Good. All right, this man only like this, like a top part on the head we need to finish. So Pavel, what are you painting right now? Are you like in the hobby? Maybe you're a professional, maybe you just started, maybe you're just thinking about it. Maybe we can suggest something to you. Okay, so good. Oh, no. Just try to read your comments and Again, if you just touch some part of your miniature, you like by mistake just clean up your brush and remove the water, because previous layer probably already dried, but the like fresh layer that you just marked by mistake easier to remove. That's like not a big issue. Also, you always can just cover with the next layer and just fix all of your issues. Some like swords I just repainted many times, or clock, so it's not a big issue. Good. So we have this helm to make bronze as well. Let's do this. Okay, here it's not good, I just touch inside, see? We can leave with it, but yeah, so I just gently, I don't need like a lot of the paint on the brush, otherwise it just like starts spreading inside of all holes, and we don't need this, right? So I just need to remove all the wet palette and move further. Good. Good. Alright. Oh, by the way, actually, I probably want to make some accent. For example, on this miniature, this nail should be bronze probably. It should looks cool. Let's check. And I will show some pigment. I want to have a base, but simple base for this miniature. And I will show you cool pigment from AK Interactive. They just apply in one layer, and after the dry, and it's very saturated, even like over the black. So that's really simplify the work when you have, I don't know, like hundreds tyranids, and you need to make some interesting base that take a whole life. Yeah, so we will do tyrannid if it's interesting for you, or like I want to start with the, I love this green armor, thanks man, yeah, I also like it. And yeah, we just like we did it simply, very simply. Let me just repeat this like formula. So we just dry brush with the green color, like you can choose like some lime, and you dry brush the armor, then you cover it with black contrast. You can just mix it with some medium to make it a bit more transparent, and yeah, over that. And that's very simple. The same way actually to make any black armor for the Black Templars, for Militarium squad. Okay, so and the final one, we need to play with this helm, and then we can switch to the base and Iron Warrior from the Age of Sigmar. Oh, by the way, actually we have some elements like this. This is like a, I would say it's Drukhari skin here as well, so we need to apply the contrast as well for these elements. And I will show how to quickly do this, again using this OSL white from the Green Star World. I like a lot. That's my favorite white to prepare like some elements for using the contrast for sure. Okay, so we have the great helm. Cool. So we need like our OSL white. Again, it's still liquid, that's great, it drying not so fast, absolutely cool. And we have this like a part of the leg that actually originally skin of our Drukhari dark elves, right? So here as well, there's a part of the skin. This is interesting part. Okay, good. And we have someone also here, this one also with the same issue. Okay, we will fix it quickly. Okay, and we need to make it, I would say, like, I like actually for the skin using, they have some grayish skin. And let me just, so we're taking this miniature, I hope it should dry fast on the leg, and I will use Battleship Gray. That's pretty nice gray, like shark white, close to that. Also like the color. So a couple drops of it. Let's check, it's still like wet. No, it's already dried. So we have like more of that, and just walk through it. So it's bluish, like bluish gray color, and I think for Eldari, also good for salamander skin. They have like such color, but for salamander I would recommend another one, Runic Gray. I also use it for the armor, the contrast for Space Wolves. So yeah, that's pretty simple, right? So you just prepared quickly the surface for using the contrast and just did it. So absolutely simple to do. Good, and we have on a hand, so I have to not open it. Oh, apologize. To not open it, I have this speed paint marker, palette bone, my lovely marker for any bones, and like I painted, you can check a lot of army of those great OCR from the Age of Sigmar, and yeah, that's helped me a lot. And I need my, oh, I have some blue color. Oh, cool. Let's do this. It's magic blue. I love the magic blue. So we can do simply here for this like parts, we can just doing this with the markers. I think markers not as a like a main tool, but like additional tool, absolutely cool for like some small details. Okay, good. And what is the question? Green. Okay. Okay, thanks guys. Hope on your subscription to my channel, that's free but give a lot of interesting content for you. So we have nails. I just want to paint them with again this the same green black but in markers. Yeah, these markers you can do it by yourself. If you have some contrast color that you use a lot for some miniature, you can buy these markers in any art store, to be honest, and just add any contrast you use. It could be like Citadel contrast, any contrast of they are liquid, and actually very simple to make your own markers. Good, so I think we finish it with this great Drukari, right? So they are simple. Oh, this part we didn't finish yet. So yeah, I would say it should be another color. I would say I don't like the tube, and I actually have another sniper with a rifle, and I want to do this as well. Okay, so we will use the contrast for that, and actually you can see the pigment. This pigment just lie in one layer, and let me show how it works. Okay, and yeah, actually yesterday we just did this, guys, on the live stream. So cool, this like runic glowing elements to do very simple. So I just used this AK interactive pigment. This pigment is super cool. I just bought the set with the 10 different colors, and I'm going to use this pigment for the base. It's like smelling a lot, so you need to open the window in a room when you just do it. So yeah, this cool, guys, we just paint yesterday on a stream, so don't forget to subscribe, then you will be a part of many interesting content we will do together. So what probably the color of the tube, I would say it should be red. Do I have any speed paint red? No, I don't have any speed paint red. That's awful. Well, I have orange, I have yellow. Okay, why not to do yellow? Maybe red is not, so yellow should be more interesting. So I have this yellow. This zealot yellow is super cool. It's transparent. There another yellow that actually more milkish consistency. Oh, it didn't dry properly, but that's okay. And oh, sorry, and this yeah, I try to keep light closer that you see the whole miniature properly. And yeah, and this yellow super cool. I actually did experiment, and let me show you the result of the experiment. That experiment was with this Custodes. Yeah, and the truth that actually this is not a gold, that is just metallic color, and I just primering like over the metal, spraying with the zenithal yellow contrast. The contrast actually very liquid, just directly using in your airbrush, and that's created so cool gold effect, right? So like just the metallic color and over with the transparent yellow. There also like another yellow, for example, this yellow. So with this yellow color, you will have some like borders. It's drying fast. It's just transparent. So every next layer will just cover, and like after like drying, you will new one and you will see border. This milkish one, you can mix just your yellow with holy white and you will get the milkish one, and the milkish one good for example for like painting I forgot the name, imperial fists, right? So yeah, this like miniatures just for you based on your questions. I just painted earlier. And yes, let's just check. So we have finished everything, and we need only one probably part I missed. This knife, the holder I would say should be probably more black. So let's just gently fix again small element with great detail. We don't need to concentrate on it a lot, just use a marker. So yeah, if you have some marker, do you currently play Warhammer or just painting the model? Plain as well, but more painting because of the channel, and I'm trying to do tons of content for you. So good. For this I did like a bit bluish. So I promised you to show the pigment. So I use this pigment. Need to mix properly. I added like two metallic balls here. The same I do for my Citadel paints. I also add in metallic balls inside to mix, because sometimes the pigment just like lie in the bottom of the bottle. And I use old brush, to be honest, for this purpose. Let me just show you. That's very old brush, absolutely old and cheap brush. Like it doesn't work as a brush anymore, but absolutely great for this pigment. So I just want to make this base of this like some purple color. And yeah, there are like a lot of colors. I use the green, and like I did like a lime pigment for my Necrons. I painted like this Necron monolith. You probably can find on the channel as well. And yeah, so like main idea, we just adding it, and after the drying it will looks already good, and the pigment will cover even over the black color. So let's give it a dry, or I can show you. So I have this already painted. It's easier to remove. I have a spirit to like clean up, remove that. Yeah, that's also cool approach when you just using it, especially for white scars. You can just simply use over the white armor and create the contrast with the black recessions. Yeah, and holes. So you just can use oil white mixed with first spirit, so it's spread perfectly, and with the first spirit you can just clean up, but be careful because oil just reactivate your paint, so it should dry properly. Maybe you can just even protect with your I don't know, varnish, right? So that's done, and we can just switch further. So as I promised it, let's quickly just check how new Vallejo colors work with them. Okay, let me just move it here. Again, we have pretty nice army, and yeah, that's actually how it looks. So here is it just wet, here is after dry, and that's absolutely perfect for some simple but interesting base. You can choose color you want, could be cream, so yeah, strongly recommend. Nice liquid pigments, absolutely cool, but smelling a lot. Okay, I need to remove, let's just take and new paper, fresh background for you, only the best. So okay, I have this cool miniature I need to paint as well, as I promised it to you guys, still in my backlog. And yeah, red grass holder, absolutely cool, love it. So we have this great horse novel. If yes, which one is your favorite? No, not so many details, I just painted several and I just want to play with it, and I want to start with a starter. Yeah, this Saturine. So yeah, interesting to dive more in the context of this times. So we actually need primer it, so I will use my, I don't know where's the material, just bought in Albi, and that's how we can simply primer it. And we need to primer actually with this great new paints from Vallejo, true metallic color. And what I love is it, let me show all four of them. They're actually simple concept, right? They just provide the base color in two variations. I love this. They just provide the base you can just apply with the brush, and for the airbrush already prepared. That's super cool. Then you apply the wash over that to make it like dark and deeper, and then highlights. That's super cool with the very light, interesting, so like a milkish, interesting how it will look like. So let's start with the like color for airbrush. So we just like put it here, add into our brush, probably too much, but okay. Then just apply over this great Horus Heresy Terminator. Oh, it's so bluish, nice. Nice. I really like. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love Alpha Legion. That's super cool. Wow, that's like color absolutely great. I want to test as well on my Custodes as well. That so looks cool. Wow, I just like wasted so many like of this color. Shame on me. Okay. But yeah, I like this. I like the concept they actually provided. Again, the any metallic color you need to clean properly, and I recommend to use as well like airbrush cleaner, because yeah, the metallic is just drying and like block maybe, and you might be need to clean up more properly your airbrush. So let me give you a second just to wash the airbrush, and we can just, it's drying, so we can just switch simply confusing. But yeah, Vallejo, I like the color. I have some of them. Would be nice if they, of course, can support me as well. That would be cool. Then I can create different content with a different like color and paint brands. Okay, so we just clean up. Right. Okay, that's my final use an airbrush today, so I'm going just to quickly mix with the cleaner inside, and with the same cleaner just like clean the nozzle around of it. Good. But yeah, airbrush absolutely not like a big problem to use it. That's absolutely benefit, I would say, and great investment. So I recommend to use. Now I hear that there's some dried. Okay, so we can just gently clean the nozzle. Okay, and again. Good, so it looks dried, and we can just cover with them. Good. So let's just put our airbrush here, and let's do with the wash. So we have the wash. Well, this is exactly color, so they just provide like 4 of them, and I like the concept. You don't need to, like, you exactly have already prepared for your purpose. Good, so we can just remove it from here, move it back to our holder, and yeah, let's work with the wash. So we will take, as usual, our puppet. So just clean up some cell for this purpose and just use the wash. Good. Okay. Good. And then just wash over. Is it dried? Yes. So we just wash exactly the whole miniature. Let's try this way first. That works as well. That's actually concept you can pay. Oh, that's black. You can paint, for example, gray nights. So you starting with metallic colors. That's actually simple way, right? So then you just washing with like blue, for example. If you don't have some specialized already bluish metallic color, then you can just use some bluish contrast from any brand. And over that, after the completely dry, and you just dry brushing with the basic metallic color you used initially, and that's create the cool effect with some color. The same we are doing with gold. Like painting custodes, I always would recommend to paint gold first, then apply some wash. It could be dark wash, it could be red wash, because red wash looks cool as well with the gold. And then you're just doing this how to say, so with just the dry brush you just refresh some raised elements, but all shading parts stay dark, and that's create again cool contrast and focus on details on the miniature. So yeah, nice approach. and enrich actually the any metallic and gold. Good, so we have like that. Okay, here I would say as well we need a bit to make it darker. Alright, so our concept is to make the first armor, so we always starting with the like biggest part of your miniature, the biggest surface. That's all usually armor. We are concentrating and creating the basic effect, and then we just continue with the force elements. So don't afraid that we have a lot of it and let's make it darker. In this case I would recommend to go this way, and then I will show why, because we'll just refresh this color with the dry brush and the light color back. So yeah, let's give it, probably even we need to not only just a highlight, but we need to be to restore it with like initial base color, I would say, and then only we just will highlight with a lighter color. So let's see how it will look like. I think that should be absolutely nice. So yeah, and I have also like a gold color, and they have, as I see as well, like shade a bit like sepia color, a bit like sepia I would say. Yeah, also create nice gold effect. Okay, cool. So what's your opinion on the new Custodes models for the Horsers? I just love them, so big. So yeah, new models from Army Paint, from Army Painters, sorry, from the Game Workshop. I like a lot, all of them, like new, most of they just released. They are so cool, and I hope that they will refresh a bit more often their models, because yeah, some of them are waiting for a while for this. Okay, and yeah, new Custodes, and this like a woman also like looks cool, a lot of details, big, and yeah, it's like just to compare old models, like this is a Space Wolf Terminator, and this is like Space Wolf Terminator. Just let me put them together, and they like a different size from detail perspective. This is more like enriched with the, like all details, right? So yeah, that's from the another set. I also want to paint the hundreds on miniature. Yeah, I need to find the time. Yeah, so yeah, that's actually also like is easy to paint, to be honest, absolutely. Also on my channel, this concept. Good, so let's give it a dry. We still need to that it's dry more properly, and we can paint the Tyrannid as well, the simple technique for the Tyrannid. Actually, for Tyrannids, I would recommend to do the natal priming with a white color. So while we're waiting, our Terminator is drying, we can do that. So the main concept, actually, let's just use airbrush medium and just add it first inside, then just add your color you want to use. Let's use any like just a white color. So where is our white? Where is our white? Let's take this white from, oh, sorry for that. That was just protection from chunking, or not absolutely open. Okay. Good. So we're just adding a couple. It's not going. Okay. Maybe a bit more. Good. So we just doing like that, just glue inside. It's not ruining your airbrush, don't worry about that, but it just can spread across. Be careful. Yeah, and that's already required consistency. So the main idea, actually, we just spraying over the black with the white like this. So, and when you're doing like with the can from the spray with the white primer, never just apply directly on the miniature. Just start away and just move like this, and you will see how it cover. That's easy to control. And white primer always need to mix more properly, because it's like a bit bigger fraction, and apply with the chunks on your miniature in comparison with the black. That black is always like a... Okay, so like we just applying over that. We need to highlight, we need to prepare for the contrast, because like our Tyranids, it's easier to paint. Okay, if it's not just a painting, right? So you just start painting, but it's not just applying properly, you can just block this and blow inside. So that just move the air back to the cup and just mix, and maybe like the paint that actually stuck here, because I don't know, the fraction of the paint just stuck here. And it wasn't mixed properly with the thinner. You can seam directly here in the jar. It's absolutely easier, and use an airbrush, it's absolutely easy approach. Don't need to overcomplicate it. Okay, so we just the primers in our miniatures, and we don't need like these black parts, right? So we just need to highlight over that, and that's already enough to use our great contrast colors. What colors we are going to use? Let me show you a simple example. Just quickly clean up the brush. So we will use the contrast, and I think that for Tyranids, that's like the simplest way to paint them, and you need like 15 minutes to paint Tyranids. Thanks for your likes, guys, and don't forget to subscribe. So like we need 15 minutes, let's say. Let's probably just try to measure to paint Tyranids. Again, depending on details, but if you have like tons of them, then probably you definitely need some like simple approach to do that, right? So like this is the main idea of it. So let me just quickly add a bit water and just clean up my brush cup. Usual, just like with a paper towel, applying the paper towel. So I just use a bit more white color, so I need to, okay, just okay. Okay, good. Right, and the final stage, cleaner, because I'm not going to use, yeah, I promised it before, but yeah, we already used the airbrush many times today, just because we showed some simple approach. Okay, that's... Thanks for your likes, and let's do this great Tyrannid. Oh, I need just a new... Here is the house on my table. I'm glad that you don't see that. But yeah, live stream, as it's always about like doing it fast, not waste the people time. Okay, good. Right, then, so we will use some purple color. I would say let's probably do the standard Tyrannid, right? So we need maybe this one. We might be needed our my lovely, even with some gradient, right? So let's then use the flashing. That's why it just stuck completely my brush. Okay, clean up. Yeah, I always do this like that. I just want to clean up till the end because I just later just want to use brush, and that's all without cleaning process. Okay, so like let's do this. We are taking our cool, well, like our Terminator just drying for the iron wires. We will just paint that. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. You can easily check the content I actually do. Good. So we will start with like backside. I will take this contrast purple swarm. So let's just apply it somewhere here in our great palette, and let's just use like the main idea of the contrast, right? So we just apply perfectly and create the good gradient, so we can apply it a bit more and spread over the surface. Again, like if you have some mistake, like you just touch it and you know the skin of the Tyrannid and you plan it to do it like some lighter color, we can easily just fix it with white color. So you can just, before using the next contrast, always prepare the part. But yeah, we're just trying to do it fast because we have hundreds of such Tyrannids and termagants, and we just need to paint them all. So we applying the contrast. You can see that's like just accumulated a bit more on the tip of the brush. And good, so just working on the hat a bit more. We need it not just to paint, it just spread again and concentrate in some places to create this like bit more deeper effect. And like that I just touched the part, so we can easily fix it with with what? With white color again, just to refresh it. I assume they're like lack of details because the Tyrannid was repainted hundreds times, but yeah, just like to show this simple approach as I promised. Good, thanks for joining, guys. Again, the contrast, I think, for such armies and orcs, that's something that saves you time and can create cool effect of the army. Alright, so we're just checking that probably all surfaces just was light properly with enough amount of the contrast. Good. After the drawing we will see all the visualization, and we actually can highlight later that, and we just move to the next layer. So next layer will be like picture the skin, picture flesh, and we will combine that together with where is my dun 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 dun. So picture flesh should be nice. Skeleton bone, polyp bone, this one. So let's prepare them both because we want to mix them while they are still wet. So just adding my like picture flesh, we will start on the top and we will just move to the polyp bone. So we started with the picture flesh. We just want to make so it should still stay like wet, and let's do like that. So we just adding it here and here. Yeah, actually this part we could paint like with a contrast red, then just fix with the basic color our border, and then continue later. But yeah, let's just consider the option with this gradient. So we have like this, right? So already prepared partially, and we need to continue and move it in another color. So we wash our brush, and yeah, we take the polygon and just continue. So again, like a bit more, and we just mixing it together. So that's great. Actually, this gradient you can do like that's like a wet blending. When the previous color didn't dry it, you just start with another one. So that's will create some like gradient, because you just touch and you create this effect. Again, just here we are doing the same, and yeah, that just creates some gradient that's coming to the another color. Actually very simple, and yeah, you have some interesting idea. Let's do it the same from the opposite side, and yeah, that's okay. Some big part of state. Good. The eyes we can just do later, maybe with red or whatever color you want. So we have this like a gradient from the deeper color. The same, let me just show you with the another color. Let's just maybe considering some like blue, or what color do we want to use, or maybe let's take with a bit darker, right? So here we have like a peachy flash to the polybone, and this actually great for the desk guards, works absolutely cool. Oh, that's already was busy. Let me add here. So again, just adding let's just start with this and go into the peachy flash. So let's just start, and it's like a more like brown, some very dirty brown, and we just doing the same, just applying on the part of your skin, and we are going to continue with another gradient. Again, our peachy flash, so we just concentrate here, here, here as well, like there. And then we just like clean up our brush while it's still wet. We just taking the peachy flash and starting to mix them together. So again, recommend before the next to clean up, again taking like to having more on your brush, like in a drop, and just mixing with this color. And again, here is doing the same. So we just push down the darkness of the initial peachy flash. So we're starting from the bottom and going up with this color. And yeah, so like for this proposal, I just paint this part like that, and we will have this gradient effect that actually wet blending option for us to just mix together with this color previously we used. And let me just refresh my peachy flash. Okay, and yeah, so we just continue it with the like, so it didn't dry yet, and we just extend with the next gradient. So this wet approach, you can experiment with this. So our like some elements easy to fix probably with the black. You can use some green black as a contrast, or like markers if you like have a lot of them and you probably have some colors. Mixing with markers not so good idea, but like painting some small stuff that you want to speed up the process, you can do like that. So let's again, no matter what is going to be with the color, let's assume that it should be black. So again, depending color scheme you're going to have for your Tyranid. Okay, so we just prepared, and we have like a simple gradient depending on the color. What do you want to mix here? Like it's just going from the pitchy flash to the lighter color and create the good gradient. Again, that's pretty wet, so we need to give it a dry here as well to make the dry brush. Then we need, okay, I not care about the weapon, so let's just make it not white, and that's all, because I'm not interested to concentrate here at all. And yeah, the surface, like let's say that should be some blackish. I don't know, you can mix anything, you can add PVA glue, add some stones or sands. I just bought sand, and actually that's my simple tip. I buy this decoration sand. It's small enough, it's like a lot, and just for €1 I just already like prepared hundreds base for different miniatures. So okay, base we are not interested at all in the base, they're just like some stuff, but we're interested in the just highlighting later. But you already can see that we have this gradient actually, and we always have the contrast with the armor and with the skin. When you have the contrast, there looks interesting. Such miniatures, again, that's pretty wet, you can see it's just blinking, and we need to wait a bit. So let's to dry brush. I would take some very light, okay, even like such magenta family, some very light colors, so that's also works good. Let's just take that, let's just find our brush we just cleaned up previously and use for this purpose. We just touch on the tip of the brush, remove the rest. Don't forget to subscribe, that's inspire motivate me, and just walking through and like against to the recessions, or to the like raised parts of the miniature, and like we going against, and just you just highlight the edges. Actually the simple way you can do, any color you can use, you can just take the same family and the same color just to create the highlight, and actually that's simplify the way. You can just like in this case, depending on how many pigment do you leave on it, so yeah, it's just to create a very simple idea, like with different color gradient you can play. You can also like add some like dust elements. I would recommend to add like a red color, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here as well. Then you can just gently fix if it's like, I don't know, you go out of the border of the tree, so you can just fix with the white, then apply the contrast. Actually, if you have the red color, then like Peachy Flash or Polite Bone want to ruin this color, actually, because they are transparent and they are light, so they just like go. But yeah, this color definitely will push down the brightness of the previous layer. So okay, just simply clean up our brush. I love our brushes. I use orange brushes, really like them a lot, but have a lot of different. So okay, this is like our Tyranid, simple. We just did, I don't know, for like 15 minutes, and here we have still our like somewhere it's just blinking. Just a couple minutes we need to wait. Yeah, maybe a bit. That's okay. And then we starting with dry brushing. For dry brushing, I would start first of all with the base color. I'm not going to switch to the light immediately. I need to start a bit with like a basic color. I want to use this. Let me just add it a bit. So we need our I have another dry brush, So good. Okay, good. And we need to highlight a bit. So restore after like washing the whole miniature. So like we are not like removing a lot of, so we just starting to refresh the initial color we had. And just like still wet. And just to show the concept. Okay, good. So we're just restoring the brightness of the metal. That's simple. And after that, I would recommend to highlight with the color they suggest for highlighting. Okay, such metal actually you can just cover with any contrast. Again, it will create like for how this fraction called the green armor. Okay, now we will take this. Let's just check how this lighting effect will work. So we're taking it as well on our wet palette. That's so milkish white, so interesting how it will look like. Okay, but we need to remove as much as possible, so we will take fresh paper towel just to prepare our highlights. Again, like taken on the tip, right? And let's just remove almost all of it. Almost don't stay. And starting to highlight. Oh, that's super nice. It definitely creates so bright effect. Let's just maybe give it a bit more. Yeah, like lighting. Nice. Real metal, real metal. Super cool. The new Warhammer True Metallic looks good. Okay, so we have cool metallic color. Grey Knights. No, that's we're doing Iron Warriors. But Grey Knights are going to be the same way. Yeah, they like as well. Some tutorials on my channel you can find how to do this bluish, plain bluish color. In this context, you can just add wash over that with any contrast, like for example, magic blue, or like Tarazar blue contrast from Citadel, and then dry brush again with the base color over the metal, and it will create some like blinking bluish effect. Super nice, super nice. Good. Yeah, I like how the metallic color actually looks like, how it play. Wow, nice. Yeah, I love Grey Knights as well. I hope they will be renewed with a new like yeah, so you can see after the drying we have this simple gradient actually, and it's just took our like 10-15 minutes depending. Here is a bit more darker skin. Can on doing the green armor. Yeah, I also like have of them. Not the big army, but I'm waiting. Maybe they will renew them. I like the Grey Knights and Death Watch, and yeah, I like what they did. What Game Workshop did actually with Space Wolves, with like new updated models for Custodes. So I'm waiting. maybe then I will start collecting Grey Knights. I want they refresh them. Cool. So that's actually in our initial proposal was Iron Warrior. So for Iron Warrior we definitely need to a bit down with the black some elements and then paint with the yellow. So let's do this. I'm going to use my brush. Like, do you have Space Wolves? Yeah, I have Space Wolves, and new and old, and you can check on the channel. I mainly paint them and tank, and I have new tank as well. So yeah, many of them in different and I have Terminators. I did Headaches. So yeah, so many Space Wolves should be soon. Like just this weekend I just released, you can check on my channel, the Space Wolf Priest. So I like this model a lot. Cool. So I would say let's just probably paint this black for the Iron Warrior. Okay, I just applied with the water, but a bit more paint on my brush. You can see, because I just want to speed up and like cover in the one coat. So let's give it a dry. Meanwhile, we will just paint the another shoulder, and here as well. Actually, I suggest to paint this part as well to black, and then we can cover with the yellow stripes, and it will looks definitely like the Iron Warriors. And the color scheme here as well, we just probably paint with the black. That's just matte black from the army painter, so any black will suit this purpose. Always just a mix with the water, even with the base coat. In the Citadel you have like a base coat paints, they just mark on a jar. That's meaning that you have a bit more pigment, and this layer usually going good in the one coat already. Yeah, but yeah, you can use any black you want. Good, thank you for your likes, guys. Hope you like the content I'm doing, so don't forget to subscribe. Good, so we cover it, it's almost dried already. That's nice, and we have this shoulder as well. We want to make it black, so let's non-delay and do this. Okay, so the next step, we will start with the white stripes. And actually, what is very important, don't be afraid to make a mistake, because it's easier to fix with any with your previous coat. So you have a black, if you just are doing white stripe, that's easier to fix with one more black. So just clean up my brush. Let's take my lovely and favorite demonic yellow. That's absolutely cool color. Let's apply just very simple in one coat, like here. You can see that's pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay. Oops, there was metallic color. And let's do this. So let's use the water a bit. Okay, and just remove the rest. So we need to see, okay, but I need like a bit more pigments. I don't want to see it a lot, so we want to have a good coverage. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's start. So we have this surface already prepared. Do you have any Warhammer army suggestion? suggestion to start collect. I don't know, depending on the lore. I think that's very important when you have a fun. That's like actually the lore interesting for you. And the second point, that's you interesting to paint this army a lot. For example, Grey Knights, I can paint like tons of them. I so love this process. So you can see the paint and stripe pretty simple. Okay, I just touched like the black colors. I didn't just dry it properly because I want to waste a lot of your time, guys. And we just starting with like next layers, like next stripe. I just marked exactly the ways I need. If I did some mistake and I added some dot here by mistake, or maybe I just make this stripe is too fat, you can see, right? So just apply it, then just easily taking back our black color, just remove the rest and let just make like back to black, right? So fix it. Okay, it's not like stripe, so I just need to fix that again back. So that's about like that. You shouldn't afraid to make a mistake. That's not a problem to fix it, especially when you have like a scene codes. So okay, usually the yellow color you need to apply in a couple layers because it's not applying perfectly in one. And here we can correct. So already we have stripe and we can go further. So let's do this. And don't forget to subscribe. I do only live stream here on YouTube, and my content you can find on any my channels and social media. That's always free, up to 7 new free tutorials and 10 step by step every week without any delays. You always will have some new fresh content. I think that makes sense to just press the button follow the channel, right? Okay, here we have the same. I recommend probably to mirror in the same way of direction of our stripes. Good, and give it a dry the first coat, not to concentrate on it. Okay, there like mistake a bit, you can see it's not like a stripe, so here as well we can just fix with the black. While it's just drying, switch into black. And fix. Working with a brush tip. Good. And actually our pigment just dried, so the miniature we just painted earlier. You can see the pigment looks good. It's saturated and yeah, interesting for Drukhari, I think. Okay, so we just corrected the lines and we can just move to the second layer of the yellow. Good. So we just make it a bit more brighter with the second layer. Good. Here we can do the same, like the same stripes, or can leave as it. So that already looks like car and water. I think we can stay on this. Good. So I really like this Vallejo True Metallic color. That's very interesting and realistic, I would say. So thanks for joining today. We had a great 3 hours of painting together. So we just let me show you, like during the time we quickly just show the concept with the gradient and how to paint Tyranid in like 15 minutes. And we did like completely the squad of Drukari with the great wings. And yeah, I think this wings looks pretty cool, simple to do. Yeah, I think this approach nice. The same armor, easy to do, all nice gradient and dark. So 5 miniatures we just did in the 2 hours, and those simple examples we considered as well. Good. So thanks for joining, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon on my channel. Subscribe, there a lot of content will be today and tomorrow. See you. Bye, guys.